Hey everybody, it's Jasmine, and today I'm bringing you guys my tutorial on how I even out my eyelids with makeup. I feel like I've seen a lot of tutorials where girls with uneven eyelids use eyelid tape, and I kind of wanted to give you guys a different approach because as you guys see in a lot of my tutorials, and as some of you guys even point out, my eyelids are rarely the same. So I kind of wanted to just film this video and show you guys how I work and maneuver with my makeup, just so that you guys can hopefully recreate it at home and hopefully that you can get through this dilemma that you may have. So I'm going to go ahead and start up close and personal. So as you guys could see clearly on my left eye, I have more of like a triple eyelid. There's a lot of creases going on up in there. And then my right eyelid is my normal eyelid. Whenever I get my uneven eyelids, usually it's caused by me crying, either having allergies, or sleeping in a weird position. So either of those three conditions, sometimes my eyelids can just look like this. Now, although I have a lot of tutorials on my channel where I just do my makeup in a regular makeup tutorial, I've never sat down and just told you guys my tips and tricks on how I even everything out. So for today's palette of choice, I'm using my favorite Dose of Colors DesixKaty Friendcation palette. Today we're going to be using all of the nudes in the palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how I even out my eyelids as best as possible. In the top corner here, I'm taking this pinky cream shade, and I'm taking that on my Sigma E40. This is just a really nice big fluffy brush, and I'm taking this color into the crease. Now it does look like a cream shade in the palette, but when you do translate it on the eyes, it has a little bit of this peachiness to it, so it does give the eyes a little bit of dimension. You want to repeat that on the other eye, and since this is the transition shade, you don't really have to be too precise with it. It's almost just like a wash of color all over the eyelid. We're going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade. This is the shade Necessary, and I'm using that on the same brush. In windshield wiper motions, I'm just going to take this on my good eye because we want to base everything on our good side. I'm going back and forth into the crease, but because I do have small eyes, I usually take it a little bit above my natural crease, just so that when I have everything on, my eyes do end up looking a little bigger in the end as well. And because I already took it above my normal crease, I am not being too particular on my bad eye, essentially. I'm not being too precise with it either. It's kind of just going on top of my transition shade, but not going all the way up to my brow bone. So as you can see, we just have a wash of color in the crease. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch brushes. So I have my Sigma E40 that I've been using, and now I'm gonna transition into my E35. So this is gonna be a smaller brush. It's still a dome shape, but as you see, it's a lot thinner. So with this brush, I'm taking the shade Churro, and as you can see, I'm gradually getting darker, and I'm going to tap off the excess. And this is where I'm going to place this color in my direct crease. So you want to just take your brush and just jab it in, and wherever it just naturally sits, you want to go back and forth. Now this is going to be the same on the other eye because no matter where you jab, that's going to be your natural crease. So as you see, I'm just working in my regular crease. And usually for this step, I go back and forth between my eyes instead of working one eye at a time because I like comparing the two sides in the process. And I'm not even done blending, but already because I added a darker brown into the direct crease, it almost looks like these two are similar already. You want to just continue furthering this illusion, so I'm just adding more churro and blending as I go, windshield wiper motions, and just making sure that everything is nice and even and blended. We're gonna go into the darkest brown in this palette, and I'm gonna switch into another brush, a smaller brush, because I don't want this dark brown to go everywhere. So we were using the E35, and now we're gonna use the E39. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller and it's a lot denser as well. We're gonna take the shade Cheens here, and we are going to tap this dark brown into the outer corner, and we're also going to tap it along the crease. We're not taking it super far up, but we kind of just want to minimize the lines as much as possible. So the darker you go, the more people can't see the creases in your eyelid. You want to repeat that on the other side, and you really want to focus on covering those lines like I mentioned. And now we're just going to blend the dark brown. So we're going to take Churro again on the E35, and then we are going to just blend it all together. At this point in time, you can either keep it all matte or you can pop on a shimmer on the eyelid. I'm personally going to do a shimmer, but a lot of people tend to stray away from adding the shimmer because it just emphasizes the lines and texture on the eyelid. But for me, I just feel like with all this work, it's already super dark, so it kind of just, for me, adds just a little bit of brightness to the eye look instead of just keeping it all dark. Now with my finger, I'm going to take Just a Kiss. And I am just going to apply this all over the inner half of my eyelid. And with my shimmers, I actually bring it up quite high because I like the illusion that my eyes are bigger than they actually are. There's honestly no technique I have to share with you on this eyelid portion, so I'm just tapping it on and just trying to make it look even as possible. This is what it looks like so far. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner. For my liner today, I'm using my ShopMissA Wonder Liner. Now I'm going to do my eyeliner as usual, but on my eyelid that's a little bit thicker, I'm going to do a thicker wing, and that's just going to compensate for the amount of eyelid space that I have going on. I'm going to keep my eyeliner like this. I feel like my eyelids look more even than they did before, so I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara and lashes. I'm going to be using my Koko lashes in the style Carrie, which is a nice full and long lash. Alright everyone, that was up my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I hope that my tips and tricks were helpful to you, and I hope that I articulated myself fairly well in this video. I know sometimes these type of videos that go super in-depth are a little bit more difficult to film, but nonetheless, I hope you guys took out some really good tips in this video. And if you guys do decide to try this, then please let me know and please send me pictures. I'd love to see. As always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.